Hello and welcome to Jef Tech Research. Today we're going to be discussing basic detox. And a lot of people ask the question, why would we even need detox? And the truth of the matter is many years ago we didn't. Our bodies were able to naturally excrete toxins, and today they are very, very limited in their ability to do so. And the reason why is we have millions of tons of toxins being released into the atmosphere. And those millions are just the tip of the iceberg because that's only what's being reported to the EPA. So there's much, much more that we have to deal with in what we breathe in the air. We're talking about bus fumes and diesel exhaust. Diesel exhaust has been proven to actually help viruses attack our system because of the way it interacts with the cells. Now, if you take a look at the next part, the electromagnetic spectrum, we've got cell phone signals everywhere, and that's on your hip, in your purse, in your pocket. Those things put out microwave radiation and they receive it. So why would you have a microwave radiating your organs in your body? Use a wired headset if you're going to use a cell phone. Now we also have radar waves, we have transmitters and receivers from CBs and ham radios, AM and FM radio stations, police transmissions, taxi cabs, all these different transmission mediums create electromagnetic spectrum waves. And that also includes the satellites broadcasting to Earth signals that are interrupting your nervous system's ability to function properly and help the body to work communicating within it. There's two things you might want to consider in that area too. You've got the efferent and the afferent nerve connections, which go out to the organs and the glands to give it information from your brain. And then of course there are the connections that come back. And so either one of those, if they're interrupted, the information transfer is going to be garbled and the body is not going to be able to tell it what to do or to regulate it properly. So that's very, very important to look at. Now let's take a look at the next item. Things that we eat. We all know that our food supply is dramatically reduced in nutrient levels because the earth has not been taken care of as far as rebuilding the nutrients. Now you can solve that problem if you're raising your own garden. You can take clays that we use here at Jef Tech Research, and we even have them on the website www.jeftech.net. And these clays provide over 50-some minerals to go into the soil. Now that's the ionic rock form of the mineral, and your body only needs about 1 to 3% in ionic form. However, when the plants uptake those nutrients, they take those and convert them from the ionic bonded form to the covalently bonded form that your body needs and your body uses best. So when it comes out of the plant, you're looking at a form of mineral that your body can use extraordinarily well. And we use a special type of covalent minerals with fulvic and humic acids that actually will beneficially transfer those minerals back in and help the disease state in the body and help you recover. So that's one of the items that you have to consider. Now let's consider obviously things that you would take into your body from the outside. Things that you're exposed to, and we do it to ourselves all the time. Not just in the food supply because it's nutrient depleted, but in the food supply because we're looking at boxed goods that are garbage food, and many of them are loaded with neurotoxins and things that disrupt your body's ability to function and to heal itself. So if it's processed food, don't eat it. You're wasting your time. Yes, it might taste good, but it's probably loaded with mold and mycotoxins and other things that are going to cause your immune system to shut down, and then you're going to wonder why you can't get better. It's not a great way to move. Second thing is take a look at the things we put on our bodies, makeups and let's say shampoos and conditioners. Take a look at the ingredients on your shampoos and conditioners and look every single ingredient up on your favorite shampoo or conditioner on the web. And you're going to find that a lot of this is poisonous to the body, and they are neurotoxins, many of them. Now, here's something that's interesting. A lot of the medical doctors will tell you, oh, that's no big deal, it's no problem. The manufacturers will tell you, oh, it's such a small amount, it won't really harm you. Well, that's not true. It's a bold-faced lie. And the reason why it is because if you study homotoxicology, you'll realize that toxin deposition, or the slow depositing of toxins in the body, is what causes the problem. It's not that first dose that gets you. It's the 5,000th dose that puts you under the level where your immune system can do anything about it, or your body has the ability to excrete it. We can, with the right nutrient loads in our body, excrete the majority of toxins out of our body naturally, so that we don't get into a deep disease state. But many people don't realize how to do that. And that's one of the reasons why I do the YouTube series. I want to make sure people understand how to take care of their bodies and how to naturally detox. One of the best ways that you can possibly detox is to get a good quality juicing machine. I use a Champion and a Huron. I've got both. I prefer my Huron. And I carry them on the website, which is why I used it, because I tested it and made sure it works. What you find on my site are things that I've already tested and I know they work, which is one step that many marketers don't worry about. And the reason is they're interested in making the money. I'm interested in making a living, but certainly not at the expense of the health of others. So if you look at those shampoos and conditioners and things, they're causing all kinds of problems. One of the ones I found that was the cleanest was Beauty Without Cruelty, or BWC. You can find those in many health food stores or online. Now the juicing machine is nice because if you eat green vegetable juices or drink them, what you're going to find is they are boatloads of nutrients. If you were to just take a supplement, a vitamin supplement that's off the shelf, they're typically not even whole food. They're manufactured in a lab, and that lab is using petrochemicals and other things that are quite toxic. If you use a whole food vitamin, a vitamin that actually says whole food on the label, you will find that you get dramatically better results. And even though they're slightly more expensive, you use less of them than you do a regular one, so they're actually less expensive in the long run. And I carry them on my website, and that's all I carry is whole food. So one of the things that you might want to consider is making sure you're putting good quality nutrients in. And what we've found during doing detox for many years is that your body, once given the correct nutrient loads, is going to be able to instantly start excreting. And one of the things that you might notice is as soon as you start excreting these toxins and heavy metals and other burdens, you're going to find that you might get a Herxheimer reaction, because your body starts detoxing when it can at 100% level. And what you'll get is sometimes maybe a little nausea, a loose stool, achy joints, a headache, things like that you would normally say, oh gosh, I'm getting the cold or a flu. It's not the cold or the flu. And the cold or the flu is nothing more than your liver and kidney signaling your body that you're detoxing too much at one time. So slow down. Well, in the case of a cold or a flu, you can't slow down. Your body is doing it at whatever rate it does it at. So you suffer through those symptoms. And we have ways of eliminating a lot of those symptoms. And we can do that to help you detox. We design specific detoxes and a custom protocol for people, very inexpensively, so that the average person can afford it. So please visit our website. We'll discuss this a little bit more in future sessions, and we'll go into a really deep run on this, and we'll show you some of the ways that we detox and some of the things you need to be careful of, like molds and mycotoxins, like liver shutdown. And the reason why the thyroid doesn't upregulate because 5-deiodinase is not plentiful. And the liver's not working properly because you're not getting a good quality myelin sheath built around the nerve fibers. So many of these things that most practitioners aren't paying attention to, not only do we pay attention to, but we've become expert at over the years. And as you know, Jef Tech Research is a loose affiliation of many scientists around the world, neurophysicians, chemists, biologists, and people who are trying to contribute to the health of mankind. So please visit it on the web, www.jeftech.net, and thanks again for listening. We appreciate it.